face me and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state the testimony you may give the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat and witness stand. And for the record, say and spell your first and last name, please.
Carlos Camacho, Carloscamacho.
Thank you. Detective, what is your occupation?
I am a detective with the Los Angeles Police Department working Robbery Homicide Division.
And how long have you been a detective?
Detective, let's see, more than 10 years.
Okay, and then how long have you been a peace officer?
28 years.
Okay. Back in January 2017, did you have a role in the arrest of Monica Sementilli and Robert Baker?
Yes.
Do you see Monica Sementilli in court?
Yes.
Could you please identify where she's sitting and what she's wearing?
Blue coat. She's sitting at a defense table.
Indicating the defendant.
I'm going to ask you about that specifically that day. Were you involved or were you there for the stop of a black Mustang that was being driven by Robert Baker?
Yes.
And that was on June 14th of 2017?
Correct.
And what was your role?
It was to collect evidence from the vehicle.
Do you recall where that stop was done?
It was on Archwood and Winnetka.
Okay, and that's in the San Fernando Valley?
Yes.
It's been previously marked as Exhibit 64 on the screen. Is that the Mustang that was stopped?
Yes, it is.
And inside that was, the driver was Robert Baker, passenger front seat was Monica Sementilli?
Correct.
Okay, did you recover items from that
Yes, I did.
Mustang? And was that your primary responsibility to recover or search the car?
Yes, it was.
Okay, can you tell us what you did?
My partner and I both searched the vehicle. We found cell phones, credit cards, a knife, and a memory card.
Okay, and those items that were subsequently booked into evidence under the DO number associated with this case?
Yes.
Okay. If I may mark as people's, is it 147?
Yes, it is.
Okay, 147. It's two photographs depicting the black Mustang, the side views of it.
All right.
Just for evidence purposes, is that the black Mustang on the street where it was stopped?
Yes, it is.
All right. Let's start with the cell phones. Did you recover cell phones belonging to the defendant?
At the time, I just collected cell phones that were in the vehicle.
Okay. If I may mark as people's 148, a photograph, two photographs side by side, one indicating a purse being held open, and the second photograph showing two cell phones.
Very good.
148 then, can you describe what this is and what you collected?
Yes, these are the two cell phones that were inside of this purse pouch thing here. They were collected from the passenger side seat, and we recovered those two phones.
And then the photo on the right is the two phones inside?
Yes.
I may mark as 149 then. A photo of an iPhone 7 recovered from the purse in the Mustang.
All right.
Is that one of the phones in a close-up photo of the phone?
Yes, it is.
And then as far as packaging, can you just go through how you package evidence and book it?
Yes, it's put into an envelope. You put the date and time, the item that was recovered, and you put it in an envelope and you seal it, and then you book it into evidence.
Okay. And again, the purse was in the passenger seat and the phone was inside the purse?
Yes.
Okay. And then Marcus Peoples 150. It's a 3 photographs entitled Sementilli's ZTE flip phone. Is that the other phone that was inside the purse?
Yes,
And again, was that packaged in the envelope and booked into evidence under the case DR number?
it was.
Did you recover other phones?
One other phone was recovered in my presence.
And where was that recovered from?
That was on the driver's side seat.
Your Honor, Marcus 151. 3 photographs of a phone entitled Baker's Samsung S8.
Yes.
151. People's 151, is that the phone recovered in your presence on the driver's side, or was it from somebody?
It was recovered from the driver's seat.
Okay, is that where Baker was sitting?
Yes.
And just for reference, People's 151 is item 121. People's 150 was item 120, and People's 149 is item 119. What does that mean when we have an item number?
Every item that is, or every item that's recovered as evidence is given a number, and it's just in order of when it was found. So you start from 1 all the way to whatever items you find.
And then, if I may mark again, it's People's 152, 2 photographs of credit cards with a property report. This is listed as items 122 and 123. What is this?
Yes, those are the 2 credit cards that were found in the same purse.
Okay, and the credit cards in the purse that have the name Monica Sementilli on both of those credit cards?
Correct.
And I mean, mark this People's 153. It's item 125 entitled Sementilli's SD card. It's 3 photographs of an SD card. Same thing here?
Yes.
And what is that?
It's an SD card that was recovered.
Where was that recovered from?
You know what? I don't remember exactly where that was recovered.
Give me 1 second, Counsel.
Okay.
These items could not have been marked as one exhibit with sub numbers. A little late now, but
Okay.
maybe for the future.
Okay. 1 second. Let me get your copy of this here.
I have a copy of my report.
You do?
Yes,
Would looking at your report refresh your memory?
it would. It doesn't say where it was recovered from, but it was inside of the vehicle.
It was inside the vehicle.
Yes.
Okay. And then, if I may mark as People's 154, 2 photographs entitled Sementilli's Mustang Interior. Can you describe what was recovered from here?
Yes, it's a black and white folding knife that was recovered from the center console.
And that's inside the Mustang?
Yes.
And lastly, 155, can I mark? Photograph, 3 photographs of a knife, a folding knife. One photo is extended to its folding.
Very well.
And was that the knife that was recovered from the console?
Yes, it was.
And that's inside the Mustang?
Yes, it was.
Okay, no more questions.
Councilman Farr. Thank you, Your Honor. Camacho, were you aware that a knife was one of the suspected weapons in this case?
Yes.
And therefore, what did you do with that knife?
I booked it into evidence.
And do you know what happened to it after that?
No.
Do you know if it was compared with the autopsy report or any other evidence to determine if, in fact, it was or could be the murder weapon in this case?
No, sir. My job was only to collect evidence. I was not the investigating officer.
And who was the investigating officer?
I believe it was Detective Tellis and Gable.
And do you know whether they at some point reached a conclusion as to whether or not this was or was not or could have been the murder weapon?
I do not know.
Thank you very much.
Camacho, you're excused.
Thank you.
Go to your next witness.